Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to NEET World. This is Abhilash Sir, Mathematics faculty. Okay, so welcome to day 7 of 100 days challenge for JEE Mains 2026. So, yeah, I am audible. So this is day 7 of 100 days challenge for JEE Mains 2026. So in the last 6 days we have completed sequence and series, very important chapter for JEE Mains 2026. In that we have completed JEE Mains 2025 PYQs for January session and also April session PYQs we have completed. Today we will be starting with trigonometry PYQs of 2025 session. Okay, we will be starting with January session. So subsequently we will be doing April session also. So let us get started friends. Trigonometry, like you know, is a very important chapter. Okay, standalone trigonometry is a very important chapter, and also knowing the concepts of trigonometry will be useful in various other chapters as well. Okay, I can say trigonometry forms the base of your syllabus. Okay, that means base of your mathematics syllabus. So if you are very good in trigonometry, if you are strong in trigonometry, some of the other chapters becomes very easy, be it calculus. Okay, I can say calculus will become easy if you are very good in trigonometry, otherwise it will become hard. Okay, so let us start friends. Let us start with our discussion when it comes to 100 days challenge day 7. So those who have not watched previous classes, please do watch the previous classes also, that will be useful for you, sequence and series. Okay, now we are starting with trigonometry today, like I said. This is, we are doing January session PYQs. We are doing what? January session PYQs. Okay, now first question that they have given is the value of sin 70 degree into cot 10 into cot 70 degree minus 1 is what? Okay, this is what they have given. So whenever you see cot or tan along with sin or something, first thing that should come to your mind is you should convert it into sin and cos. First thing you should convert it into sin and cos, then it will become easy for you to proceed with the question. So let us write down what is given. Sin 70 into what is given, cot 10 degree cot 70 degree minus 1. Okay, minus 1. So cot and this cot 10 and cot 70 how to convert it into sin and cos. So this will become what? I will write it as sin 70. Okay, sin 70 into this is what? This will be cos 10 by sin 10. This will be cos 70 by what is this? This will be sin 70. This will be minus 1 means I can directly I'll take the LCM. This will become what? Sin 10 into sin 70. This is what we have. This is what we have. Now here sin 70 I can cancel. Now what is this friends? Cos 10 cos 70 minus sin 10 sin 70. This is what? This is like just like cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. This is nothing but what? Cos of A plus B, cos of A plus B. So if I apply this, this will become what? Cos of A plus B is what? 10 plus 70 is cos of 80 degree. This I will get it as cos of 80 degree divided by sin 10. Okay, so these are complementary angles. Cos, if I want to convert to sin, this I can write it as cos 90 minus 10. This will become sin 10. Sin 10 by sin 10. I am writing additional steps so that you understand, otherwise directly I can write it. Okay, sin 10 by sin 10 is nothing but equal to 1. So the answer to this question is option A, that is 1 is the right answer. Very easy question and also very simple question. Okay, very simple question. See, such questions you shouldn't leave. Okay, so the answer is what? Option A, 1. So this was asked in 23rd January 2025 first shift. Okay, so this is the answer to this question, very simple question. Here the most important thing is you have to know this formula, that's it. Okay, and first thing is you have to convert cot in terms of sin and cos. Next question, let us proceed to the next question. What they have given? If sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1, where x belong to open interval 0 comma pi by 2, then cos power 12 x plus tan power 12 x, like that 3 into something plus cos into plus this is what they were given. this thing plus this thing plus this thing, what they have given, okay, okay, is equal to what they are asking, is equal to what they are asking. Now, first thing we should know, this is a very strong information that they have given to us, okay. So, what we can do here, they have given sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1. So, what I can do here, I can write sin x is equal to 1 minus sin square x, 1 minus sin square x. We know that 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. So, here I will write it as what? Sin x is equal to cos square x. Sin x is equal to cos square x. This is very useful information for me. So, now I will write down that cos power 12x plus tan power 12x. Okay, that is what is given, right? So, first let me write down whatever is given. Okay. So, first let me write down whatever is given. What they were given? Cos power 12x. See, in the exam, no need to write down whatever is given. You can directly start solving. I am writing it here for your convenience. Cos power 12x plus tan power 12x. Okay, plus this is what? 3 times cos power 10x plus tan power 10x plus, okay, within the bracket itself here, this is plus cos power 8x plus tan power 8x plus what they have given, cos power 6x plus tan power 6x. Okay, understand one thing, if sin x is equal to cos square x, so cos power 12x I can write it in terms of sin as what? This will become sin power 6x, correct now? Because if this is square means this is normal. So, cos square x is equal to sin x means cos power 12x will become half of it, that is sin, this is 2 times means this is becoming 1 time, that means what? This will become what? This will become sin power 6x. So, this will become sin power 6x. Tan power 12x in terms of sin and cos I have to write, this will become sin power 12x divided by this will be cos power 12x. Instead of writing cos power 12x, I will write it in terms of sin, this will become sin power 6x, similar to this, okay, plus this is what we have 3 into cos power 5x, cos power 10x is there, in terms of sin if I write it, this will become what? This will become sin power 5x, sin power 5x. Tan in terms of sin and cos I will write, so this will become sin power 10x divided by cos power 10x. Instead of cos power 10x, I will write it as sin power 5x by using this result which I have got, plus cos power 8x. Cos power 8x, instead of writing directly cos power 8x, I will write it as sin power 4x. This will be sin power 8x divided by cos power 8x in terms of sin, I will write it as sin power 4x. Okay. Now, plus this will be again in terms of sin, sin power 3x plus this will be sin power 6x divided by sin power 3x. Okay. Now, see sin power 6x, sin power 12x, if I cancel I will get it as sin power 6x, here also I will get it as sin power 5x, here I will get sin power 4x, here I will get what? Sin power 3x. Okay. Now, sin power 6x plus sin power 6x, okay, let me write down sin power 6x, sin power 6x, okay, plus this will be what? Sin power 5x plus sin power 5x plus sin power 4x plus sin power 4x, because sin power 8 by sin power 4 if I cancel I will get it as sin power 4x only. So, this will become what? Sin power 4x plus sin power 4x. This will be what? Sin power 3x plus sin power 3x, I can write it as directly 2 times sin power 3x. Okay, this is what we have. Now, everywhere I am getting what? Okay, let me write one more step, not a problem. This will become what? 2 times sin power 6x plus this will be 3 into 2 times sin power 5x plus 2 times sin power 4x, okay, plus 2 times sin cube x. Okay, in the entire thing this sin cube x is there, correct no? So, what I can take? Sin cube x I can take common, otherwise I can take 2 sin cube x I can take common, correct no? 2 sin cube x, let me take it as common. This much steps are not required. I am writing it so that each and every student understands. Okay, let me take 2 sin cube x common. So 2 sin cube x, see, if I take 2 sin cube x common, what will this become? See here, if I take 2 sin cube x common, this will become what? This will become sin power 3x plus 3 is there, 3 into sin square x, 2 is already taken out. So this will become sin cube x is removed, means this will be only sin x, okay, plus 3 sin x, this will be what? Just 1. Okay, this is nothing but what? A cube, okay, this is what? Sin cube plus 3 sin square x plus 3 sin x plus 1. This is nothing but, actually it is nothing but sin x plus 1 whole cube. Okay, this is nothing but what? That is, this is a cube plus b cube, that is 1 cube, plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus 3ab square, that is 3 sin x 1 square, that is nothing but 3 sin x, 3 sin square x into 1. So that is nothing but what? A plus b whole cube, that is sin x plus 1 whole cube. So this will become what, friends? 2 sin cube x into sin x plus 1 whole cube. This second, everything I will put it under cubes, okay, 2 will be outside, this will become what? Sin x into sin x plus 1, this entire thing under cube, okay, this entire thing under cube. Now what I can do? Sin x into sin x is sin square x, so this will become what? Let me write it here, this will become 2 times sin x into sin x is sin square x plus this is sin x whole cube, but we know that sin square x plus this sin x, instead of this sin x what I can put? Instead of this sin x I can put cos square x, because we know that sin x is nothing but equal to cos square x, okay, this is cos square x. Sin square x plus cos square x, it is nothing but equal to 1, so 2 into 1, so it is 2 into 1, the answer will be 2, which is the final answer we got, which is nothing but option C. Option C, 2 is the right answer to this question. Now have a look at the solution once again. See here, they have given sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1. So I modified it and I got sin x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. So that will become what? Sin x is equal to cos square x I got. Now I have taken whatever is given, instead of in terms of cos, if I write it in terms of sin, it will become half of whatever the power is given. So cos power 12x will become what? Sin power 6x. So cos power 10x will become what? Sin power 5x. Similarly cos power 8x will become what? Sin power 4x. Cos power 6x will become what? Sin power 3x. Okay, this tan in terms of sin and cos I have written, then sin power 12x by sin power 6x will become sin power 6x, sin power 10x by sin power 5x will become sin power 5x, sin power 8x by sin power 4x will become sin power 4x, sin power 6x by sin power 3x will, sin power 6x by sin power 3x will become what? Sin power 3x. So then I simplified this and I have taken 2 sin cube x common. So this I will get it as sin cube x plus 3 sin square x plus 3 sin x plus 1. This is nothing but equal to what? This is nothing but equal to sin x plus 1 whole cube. Then this everything I put it under cube. So sin square x plus sin x I will get. Sin x is nothing but equal to what? We got it as cos square x. So sin square x plus cos square x is equal to what? 1. So 2 times 1 is nothing but equal to 2. So this is the right answer to this question, friends. Got it? This is how we got to solve this question. Clear? Very simple question. You have to understand to modify this into this form so that you get sin x is equal to cos square x. So the right answer to this question is 2 into 1, that is 2 itself. That is option C is the right answer to this question. This was asked in 29 January second shift. Okay, 29 January second shift, friends. So let us move to the next question, friends. Have a look at this question. So here summation of r running from 1 to 13, 1 by sin of something into sin of something is given is equal to a root 3 plus b, where a b belongs to z. Okay, then a square plus b square is equal to what they are asking. So this question, some people can put it under even sequence and series also, or this is more tilted towards trigonometry concepts. So I put it under trigonometry. Okay, this is combination of, okay, this is combination of this question is a combination of trigonometry plus sequence and series. Okay, so because see, looking at this summation, directly we can use what? We can use our VN method and solve the question. Okay, VN method and solve the question. First let us take whatever is given. So The numerator we have to write it in terms of denominator, that will become what? So let us write down. So what is given? Summation of r running from 1 to 13. Numerator will become what? Sine of everything inside I will write it. Okay, sine of pi by 4 plus what is it given? Pi by 6, r times pi by 6, r times pi by 6 minus what is here? Pi by 4 plus r minus 1 into pi by 6, this is what I have written. Okay, divided by what is given? Sine of pi by 4 into pi by 4 plus r minus 1 into pi by 6 into sine of pi by 4 plus r times pi by 6. This is what we have. Now see here friends, on comparing this, if I put minus, see pi by 4 will get cancelled. I will get what? R pi by 6, this is what I will get, this is what I will get, r minus 1 pi by 6, this is what I will get. So on cancelling, what I will left with here, on cancelling here I will be left with sin pi by 6. So I want the numerator to be 1, but I am getting sin pi by 6. What I should do? Let me divide by sin pi by 6, that's it. Let me divide by sin pi by 6. If I divide by sin pi by 6, this will be sorted. So this is nothing but what? Sin A minus sin B. Sin A minus sin B, what is the formula that we have? Sin, this is what? Sin A minus sin B. Sin of A minus B, sorry. This is sin of A minus B. Okay, this is the formula that we have, sin of A minus B. If you have any doubt, put it in the comment section friends. Sin of A minus B. Sin of A minus B, what is the formula friends? We have sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. This is what we have. Now if I apply this, okay, instead of writing this entire thing, so instead of writing this entire thing now, okay, what I can do here is, see here, this entire thing let me take it as x, this entire thing let me take it as y. Okay, sin of x minus y, let me do it now. Okay, sin of x minus y, this will become what? 1 by sin pi by 6 into sin x minus sin of x minus y is nothing but sin x cos y minus summation of r running from 1 to 13. Okay, sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. If I put these values of x, this is what? This is y, this is x. So this will become what? This will be divided by, this will be sin y sin x. Okay, sin y sin x. Now if I separate and divide it, what I will get? Some 1 by sin pi by 6 will come outside. This will be 1 by sin pi by 6 into summation of r running from 1 to 13 sin x cos y. If I separate and divide it, here what will happen? Sin x will cancel. I will get cos y by sin y. So that is nothing but equal to what? That is nothing but equal to cot y. Okay, minus this will be what? Sin y will cancel. I will get cos x by sin x, that will be cot x. That will be cot x friends. That will be cot x. Now let me write it here. Okay, let me write it here. So this will become what? This will become, okay, 1 by sin pi by 6 into summation of r running from 1 to 13. What do I have? Cot y minus cot x. Cot y is nothing but equal to what? Y is nothing but equal to pi by 4 r minus 1 into pi by 6. Let me put the value. This will become what? Cot of pi by 4 plus r minus 1 into pi by 6. Okay, minus what is this we have? What is it that we have? Cot x. Cot x is what? Cot of pi by 4 plus what is it? R times pi by 6. R times pi by 6. Now see here. Now we are applying the what is that? VN method. That is the trick we are applying. Here we are applying the trick. That is the VN method trick. So smaller one to smaller, bigger one to bigger. Wherever r is there, for this r we are putting r is equal to 1. For this r we are putting r is equal to 13. Okay. For this r we are putting r is equal to 13. So now let us see what will happen. See here, this will become what? If I put r is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 will become 0. So 0 times pi by 6, it will become 0 only. So I will have what? Cot pi by 4. I will have 1 by sin pi by 6 into what is this? Cot pi by 4 I will have minus. This will become what? Cot pi by 4 plus r is equal to 13 means this will become 13 pi by 6. Okay, 13 pi by 6. Here I have to take the LCM. So if I take the LCM, this will become what? Cot pi by 4 is nothing but equal to 1. So 1 by sin pi by 6 into cot pi by 4 is 1. Cot of, if I take the LCM, this will become what? 6 and 4 LCM is what, friends? 6 and 4 LCM is 12. Okay, so this will become 12. Okay, 3 pi plus 26 pi. Okay, 3 pi plus 26 pi, this is what I will have. Okay, now this I will have it as, see here, 1 by sin pi by 6 into 1 minus cot of 3 pi plus 26 pi, I can write it as what? Cot of 29 pi by 12. Cot of 29 pi by 12. Cot of 29 pi by 12. Okay, what I can write it? So cot of 29 pi by 12, I can write it as, see here, 29 pi by 12, I can write it as, see, 29 pi by 12, I can write it as, see here, 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12, correct, no? Okay, 12 2s are 24, 24 plus 5, 29 pi, okay, 29 pi by 12. So this I can write it as what? Cot of 1 time sin pi by 6, 1 by sin pi by 6. Sin pi by 6, what is the value? Sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2. So instead of taking from that time 1 sin pi by 6, I could have written 1 by 2, this 2 will go up, this will become 2 times. Okay, 2 times, this is nothing but 1 minus cot of 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12. 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12. So one thing you must understand, 1 minus cot of 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12. 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12, this is coming to, 2 pi is 4th quadrant, plus something means it is coming back to 1st quadrant. This is coming back to where? 1st quadrant. 1st quadrant means cot is positive, everything is positive in 1st quadrant. So this will give us 2 times 1 minus cot of 5 pi by 12. Cot of 5 pi by 12. Okay. So we have to calculate the value of cot of 5 pi by 12. Cot of 5 pi by 12 is nothing but equal to what? 5 pi by 12 is nothing but equal to 75 degree. So we have to find out the value of, what is it that we have to find out? We have to find out the value of, let me write it here. So we have to find out the value of 2 times 1 minus cot of 75 degree. Cot of 75 degree we have to find out. Okay. We know that if you don't know, absolutely JEE main students, definitely you must know the values of sin 18, cos 36, sin 54, okay, tan 75, cot 75, tan 22.5, tan 18, tan 54, all these things you should know. So I expect you to know this. Otherwise you can write it as, in terms of tan 75 means I can write it as tan 45 plus tan 30, then you can apply tan A plus B formula, that you can apply. Otherwise directly you can write. So this will become what? See, tan 75 is 2 plus root 3, cot 75 is its reciprocal, that means you have to take the conjugate of it. This will become 1 minus cot 75 is 2 minus root 3. 2 minus root 3 means here 2, okay, 2 minus root 3 it will become cot 75, this value. So this will become what? 2 times 1 minus, what is it? 2 times 1 minus 2 plus root 3. So this will be equal to what? 2 root 3 minus 2. Okay. Now this we have to equate it to what? This we have to equate it to, let me write down here, this we have to equate it to RHS. What is given? RHS they have given it equal to a root 3 plus b. They have given a root 3 plus b. So this 2 root 3 minus 2 is equal to a root 3 plus b. Okay, a root 3 plus b. That means what? A is equal to 2 and b is equal to minus 2. Now what they are asking us to find? They are asking us to find what, friends? They are asking us to find, just a minute, they are asking us to find what? They are asking us to find a square plus b square. Once we get a and b, a square plus b e square, it is easy to find. So they are asking us to find, this means a square plus b square is equal to 2 square minus plus minus 2 square is nothing but 4, 4 plus 4, the answer is 8. So 8 is the right answer to this question, friends. So 8 is the right answer to this question, friends. Sir has passed black book है क्या? So the answer is 8. Okay, that is option C is the right. I am not able to get you, Edge Gamer. Yeah, it's there, but please focus on the class. Put comments only related to the question, okay? Other than that, you can put it later. Okay, all right, friends. So we are done with this question, okay? Question 1, example 2 का समझ लो. Okay. So look at this. First, if you want the previous question, please go to the recording again. You will understand, no problem. Okay. I'll explain again after every question is done. I'll revise the each and every question once more. Then you will get to know. So in this question, they were given it. So here, this is a combination of trigonometry plus sequence and series concept. We are applying VN method. So I want to write this denominator or numerator in terms of denominator. So I wrote it like this: sine of whatever is given, okay, bigger value minus smaller value. This bigger value I took it as x and smaller value I took it as y. So sine, I will get it as sine of x minus y, that is nothing but equal to sine of a minus b. Formula I have to apply, sine a cos b minus cos a sin b. That I applied and I got it as sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. This denominator will become sin y sin x. Here if I write this, I will get extra, that is sin pi by 6, I will get it in the numerator, but I want 1. So I have to divide sin pi by 6. So 1 by sin pi by 6 I got it here. Okay, summation of r running from 1 to 13. So cot y, if I separate and divide it, I will get it as cot y minus cot x. Then if I put the values again here, so if I put for this smaller value, if I will put it as 1, for this bigger value I will put r as 13, I will get it as cot pi by 4 minus cot, what is that I will get, cot 29 pi by 12. 29 pi by 12, if I simplify, I will get it as 2 pi plus 5 pi by 12. So it is first quadrant, 2 pi, cot 2 pi plus something in first quadrant is cot 5 pi by 12. So 2 times 1 minus cot 5 by 12, cot 5 pi by 12, I will get it as here, I will get it as, on simplification I will get it as 2 times 1 minus cot 75, cot 75, this is cot 5 pi by 12 is 75 degree. Cot 75 is 2 minus root 3, tan 75 is 2 plus root 3, cot 75 is 2 minus root 3. So this will become what? This will become 2 times root 3 minus 2. They have told it equal, it is equated to a root 3 plus b. That means what? A will become 2 and b will become minus 2 on equating. So a square plus b square is 4 plus 4, that is 2 square plus minus 2 whole square, that is 4 plus 4, that is equal to 8. Okay, this is asking 28 Jan second shift. Alright, this is how question 1, example 2 ka. Question 1. Question we have already done, that is a very simple question, fairly simple question, no need to worry, please go back to it, you will understand. Okay, now this question is done, let us move to the next question, friends. I hope it is clear to all of you. Let us move to the next question, friends. Please have a look at this question. So we are going to inverse trigonometry. I told you trigonometry means it is not just only trigonometry, we are including even inverse trigonometry. Okay, as a separate chapter we are not studying here, we are including even inverse trigonometry questions. Okay, we are including even what? Inverse trigonometry question, friends. So we are including even inverse trigonometry question. I think the screen is coming blurred, let me check. Yeah, I hope it is clear now. Yes, it is clear now, screen is clear. Okay, now what they have given, they are telling alpha is greater than beta is greater than gamma is greater than 0, then the expression cot inverse of something plus cot inverse of something plus cot inverse of something, there is similarity between all the three terms is equal to what? So by our knowledge of mathematics, if I find out the value of one thing, the other thing similarity you can use and you can find out. Okay, no need to solve it again for that. Okay, first let me write down what is given. So they have given us what? They have given cot inverse of what is it? That is beta plus what is it? That is 1 plus beta square divided by this, divided by is only for this one. So this divided by what is it? Alpha minus beta, this entire thing plus cot inverse of gamma plus what is it? 1 plus gamma square divided by beta minus gamma. Okay, beta minus gamma. Okay, plus cot inverse of alpha plus 1 plus alpha square divided by gamma minus alpha. This is what we have to find out. Now understand one thing here. Here alpha minus beta. Alpha minus beta means what? Alpha is greater. So this is what? This is positive. So this is positive. That is, this is positive. This is beta minus gamma. Beta minus gamma means what? Beta minus gamma means beta is greater than gamma. So this is also positive. But what about this one? See here, gamma minus alpha. Gamma minus alpha means gamma is smaller than alpha. This will be negative. So this is less than 0. Okay, this is less than 0. This is greater than 0. This is greater than 0. So for this, let us consider this term first. This is less than 0. Let me find out the value of this. If I find out the value of this, other things directly we can write it. So this is what? Cot inverse. Okay. If I take the LCM, what is that? If I take the LCM, what I will get? Cot inverse of, this will become alpha into beta minus beta square plus 1 plus beta square divided by alpha minus beta. So beta square I can cancel. So I will get what? I will get it as what? I will get it as cot inverse of I will get it as 1 plus, this will be 1 plus alpha beta divided by alpha minus beta. This is in terms of cot inverse. If I write it in terms of tan inverse, so this will become what? Tan inverse of what will this be? Alpha minus beta divided by 1 plus alpha beta. Why I am writing in terms of tan inverse? See, therefore I can write here, see, because I will write it, therefore cot inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 by x. This is the identity that I have used. Okay, this is the property that I have used. Cot inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 by x. So this will become its reciprocal if I write it in terms of tan inverse. So see here, tan inverse of alpha minus beta by 1 plus alpha beta. This is nothing but what? Tan a minus tan b divided by, this is tan inverse of a minus b by 1 plus ab. So this is nothing but what? This is nothing but tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b. So this will become what, friends? This will become tan inverse of, let me write here, this will become tan inverse of alpha minus tan inverse of beta. Similarly, if I take this one, here x is here it is positive value. Similarly, if I do it same way like this, I will get it as what? I will get it as tan inverse of, what is this? I will get it as beta minus tan inverse of beta minus gamma by 1 plus beta gamma. I will get it. Okay. Similarity I am using. Okay. Not solving it again. No need to solve it again. Already it is similar to this. So I will get it as what? I will get it as equal to tan inverse of beta minus tan inverse of gamma. Now this is very important step. Look at this. Here we have cot inverse of alpha by 1 plus alpha square by gamma minus alpha. So here we have to understand that this is less than 0. This is not positive term. So we should write it as what? We should write it as pi plus tan inverse of, we have to write, this step is very important, pi plus tan inverse of, what is it? Tan inverse of gamma minus alpha by 1 plus gamma alpha. So this will become what? This will become pi plus tan inverse of gamma minus tan inverse of alpha. So they are telling what? Summation of everything. So let me write each and every term. That means I have to add every term. So let me write it here. This will become what? Tan inverse of alpha minus tan inverse of beta. Okay, this is what? Tan inverse of beta minus tan inverse of gamma. This is what? Plus pi plus tan inverse of gamma minus tan inverse of alpha. Now see here, everything gets cancelled, correct? No, tan inverse of alpha minus tan inverse of alpha. Tan inverse of beta, what is this? This is minus tan inverse of beta. Tan inverse of gamma minus tan inverse of gamma plus tan inverse of gamma. I am left with only pi. So the answer to this question is pi. So that is option C. Okay, this is calculatively little intensive, I understand, but it is conceptually very simple. Okay, the seemingly difficult question, it is not actually difficult. That is why it is seemingly difficult, but actually it is very easy. Got it, friends? This is how we got to solve this question. Okay, this first step is very important. Using this, similarly you can write other two, for other two terms also, for other two cot inverse also you can write it. But here you must be careful. Here everything is positive. Okay, here also it is positive. Here it is negative. Okay, that's why when negative means what? Where the denominator is less than 0. Okay, that time you have to use pi plus tan inverse. Okay, please remember the property. So this will become what? Pi plus tan inverse of y, that is not y, sorry, pi plus tan inverse of gamma minus tan inverse of alpha. This is how we got to solve this question, friends. This is how we got to solve this question. I hope it is clear to all of you. If you want, you can please take a screenshot of this. Okay, before we go to the next question, friends. Before we go to the next question. Okay, fine. Let us move to the next question. I hope you are with me. Let us go to the next question. Still 3 more questions are there. Let us wind up after that. So please stay patiently and listen to the class. So here, for some alpha beta, where alpha is less than or equal to beta, this is very important for us. Please make a note of these conditions. These conditions play a huge role in solving the question. Okay, don't ignore them. They are given what? Alpha plus beta is equal to 8. Okay, done. Then secant square tan inverse of alpha plus cosec square cot inverse of beta is equal to 36. Then alpha square plus beta. We know that secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta, because they were given secant square. Here cosec square they were given. Cosec square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. So let me use that here. So they were given what? Secant square tan inverse of alpha plus cosec square cot inverse of beta. So let me write it here. What they were given us? They were given secant square tan inverse of alpha plus cosec square cot inverse of beta. This is equal to 36. That is what they were given. So secant square in terms of, let me write it in terms of tan, that will become 1 plus tan square into tan inverse of alpha plus 1 plus cot square cot inverse of beta, that is equal to 36. So 1 plus 1, if I send it that side, it will become 36 minus 2, that will become 34. Tan square tan inverse of alpha is nothing but, tan of tan inverse of alpha into tan of tan inverse of alpha, that will become alpha square. So similarly this will become beta square. This will become 36 minus 2, that will become 34. So they were given alpha plus beta is equal to 8. Now we have to find out alpha and beta. To find out alpha and beta, what we will use? Let us use this, our identity. Very famous and very useful and very most used identity, alpha plus beta, that is a plus b whole square is equal to what? Alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. Alpha plus beta is what? 8. 8 square is 64. Alpha square plus beta square is what? 34 plus 2 alpha beta. This means what? 2 alpha beta is 64 minus 34 is 30. That gives us alpha beta is equal to 15. We will get alpha beta is equal to 15. Now the sum of the product of two terms should come as 15, where beta is greater than alpha. So, and sum of their terms is given as 8. So I can take this as beta is greater than alpha, right? So here beta is greater than or equal to alpha. Okay, beta is greater than or equal to alpha. But if I make them equal, definitely I cannot get 15. Okay, so let me write this as what? Let me take this as 3. Beta will become 5. So then only I will get it as 5 3s are 15. Okay, then only I will get it as 5 3s are 15. So this will become what? 3 into 5, this will become 15. So I got what? Alpha is 3 and beta is 5. Now what they are asking us, friend? They are asking us to find alpha square plus beta. Okay, this is numerical value based question. They are not asking alpha square plus beta square. They are asking us, please be careful, they are asking us alpha square plus beta. So this will become what? Alpha square plus beta is nothing but equal to what? Alpha square is 3 square, that is 9, plus 5, that will be equal to 14. So the right answer to this question is 14, friends. Okay, the answer is 14. The right answer to this question is 14 is the right answer to this question, friends. Clear? So very simple question. The most important thing is, first you have to focus on this. Beta is greater than or equal to alpha. Okay, alpha plus beta is equal to 8. So secant square cosec square they were given, that means secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta, cosec square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. This is the identity which I used, our famous identity which I used. So this will give us alpha square plus beta square. If I send 2 that side, this will become 34. Alpha plus beta I have, alpha square plus beta square I have. So I want to find alpha beta. To find alpha beta, I want to find alpha and beta. So first I will find alpha beta by using alpha plus beta whole square identity. I will get alpha beta is equal to 15. But they are telling what alpha is less than or equal to beta, or beta is greater than or equal to alpha. Okay, beta is greater than or equal to alpha. So this will become what, friend? This will become beta will become 5 and alpha will become 3, and squaring and adding, that is alpha square plus beta will give us 14. 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. Clear? So this is the right answer to this question, friends. Okay, let us wind up with this question. Let us move to the next question, friends. Look at this. They have given cos of sin inverse of 3 by 5, sin inverse of 5 by 13, sin inverse of 33 by 65. So definitely here outside cos is there, means inside also we need cos, correct now? So what I can do here, this is 3 by 5 means this Pythagorean triplet, this gives us what? This is also Pythagorean triplet, this Pythagorean triplet, this is what? 33 by 65. So another number will be, you should know, 33, 65, another number will be what? 56. Another number will be 56 here. So let me write it in terms of tan. So this will become tan inverse of what is this? Tan inverse of 3 by 4. This will be tan inverse of 5 by 13 is there, right? 5 by 12. This will become tan inverse of 33 by 56. Okay, this cos is outside. Now tan inverse of A, tan inverse of B is plus tan inverse of C. So let me consider these two first. So tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Let me apply that. So this will become what? Tan inverse of 3 by 4 plus 5 by 12 divided by tan inverse of 3 by 4 plus 5 by 12 divided by 1 minus 3 by 4 into 5 by 12. This is what I have, plus tan inverse of 33 by 56. Let me write down as it is. Outside what I have? Cos. Okay, tan inverse of 3 by 4 and 5 by 12. What is the LCM? 12. Okay, this will become 12. Okay, 4 3s are 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 5 14 by 12. So this will become what? 12 4s are 48. 48 minus 15 is what? 48 minus 15 is 33. 33 by what is that I have? 48. Okay, this will become what? Tan inverse. This entire thing plus tan inverse of 33 by 56. This is what I have. Outside I have cos. Outside what do I have? I have cos. So this will become what? So this will become, see here, don't cancel it here. So this will become 12 ones are 12 4s are 4 will go up. This will become tan inverse of 14 into 4 is 56. Tan inverse of 56 by 33 plus tan inverse of 33 by 56. This will be cos. So we know that tan inverse of 56 by 33, tan inverse of 33 by 56. This tan inverse I can write it in terms of cot inverse, because tan inverse of x is nothing but equal to cot inverse of 1 by x. So this will become what, friends? I am writing this because we know that famous identity for inverse trigonometry, that is sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 2, tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x is equal to pi by 2, secant inverse of x plus cosec inverse of x is equal to what? Pi by 2. That is what we are using. So this will become what? Cot inverse of 33 by 56 plus tan inverse of 33 by 56. Okay. So this will become what? Cos of tan inverse of cot inverse of x plus tan inverse of x is nothing but pi by 2. So this will become cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2, we know that the answer is 0. Cos 0 is 1, cos pi by 2 is 0. So the right answer to this question is option A, that is 0. This Pythagorean triplets, using that I will write it in terms of tan. This Pythagorean triplets I will write it in terms of tan. Yes, Deepanshu, this is the previous year question, that is 2025 question. Okay, as you can see, this is January session PYQ. Okay, January session PYQ. Okay, this is the previous year question. Okay, this is the previous year question that we are solving. Everything that we are solving are 2025 questions. 2025 JEE Mains question only we are solving. Got it? Deepanshu Sahu, please be consistent with the classes, you will gain lot of knowledge that will be useful for your examination. Okay, this is 28 Jan. Okay, as you can see, this is 28 Jan 2025 question, JEE Mains. Okay, first shift, 28 Jan. So the answer to this question is 0. Clear? You can take a screenshot of this question if you want. Okay, you can take a screenshot of the question if you want. Solution. Okay, you can pause it and solve it by yourself in the later after you come from the college, or if you are free, whenever you are free, you can do it. So you have got to solve this question. This is the key step. Okay, where I convert tan in terms of cot, this is my key step. Okay, this is my key step. Okay, clear? All right, let us move to the next question, friends. Next question, that is the last question for the day. That is the last question for the day. After the session is done, if you have any doubts, Deepanshu, you can put it in the comment section, or if you want any specific chapter, you can put it in the comment section, Deepanshu. Okay, or if you have any further doubts also, you can contact on this number. All right. Okay, friends, let us move to the last question for the day. What they have given? So x is lying between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 4. That is what? That is 90 and 270. That is second quadrant. Correct? No. So this implies what? This implies this is in second quadrant. Second quadrant. Okay. They are asking then cos inverse of 12 by 13 cos x plus 5 by 13 sin x. So let me write down what is given. Cos inverse of 12 by 13 cos x plus 5 by 13 sin x. So let me write this as cos theta, then definitely this will become sin theta. Correct? No. So if cos theta is equal to 12 by 13, then definitely Pythagorean triplet shows that this will become sin theta will become 5 by 13. See if we can 5 by 13. So if you can draw a triangle, you will understand. See, this is theta, means if this is 5, this will be 12 and this will be 13. So cos theta is 12 by 13 and sin theta is 5 by 13. So this will give us what? Cos inverse of, this is nothing but cos theta into cos x plus sin theta into sin x. This is nothing but what? Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b is nothing but cos of a minus b. Correct? No. Cos inverse of a minus b, that is cos inverse of cos of a minus b, x minus, or I can write it as what? Or I can write it as x minus cos theta, x minus cos theta. So cos inverse of cos, this is nothing but what? Cos inverse of cos theta is nothing but theta itself, that is nothing but x minus cos theta. Instead of writing x minus cos theta, let me write it as what is the cos theta value? Cos theta value is 12 by 13. Cos theta value is 12 by 13. Cos theta value is 12 by 13. Yeah, definitely we got it as x minus 12 by 13. But if you look at the options, nowhere there is cos. Nowhere there is cos. It is in terms of tan. If cos theta is 12 by 13, sin theta is 5 by 13, what will be tan? Tan theta will be equal to what? Tan theta will be equal to what? Tan theta will be equal to 5 by 12. 5 by 12. So this will be inverse, theta will be equal to tan inverse of 5 by 12. So this is cos theta. Okay, if I want it in terms of tan, I can write it as x minus, this is cos theta. So in terms of tan, if I write it, this will become x minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. X minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. Okay, this is what we get it. So in terms of cos, we got it as cos theta is 12 by 13. But we want it in terms of tan. So tan is 5 by 12. So this theta I can write it as what? This will become tan inverse of 5 by 12. So x minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. We got it. X minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. Okay, x minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. What is the option? X minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. That is option D is the right answer, friends. That is option D is the right answer to this question. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, this is the last question we had to solve. So here I put it cos theta, here I put it sin theta. I get it in terms of cos of a minus b. So x minus cos theta, that is 12 by 13. But in the option we are given it in the form of tan inverse, not that is in terms of tan, but not in terms of cos. So using this, I got cos sin. Definitely I can get tan. That is opposite by adjacent tan theta, excuse me, tan theta is equal to 5 by 12. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 5 by 12. So here it will become tan inverse of 5 by 12, x minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. Clear, friends? So let us wind up the session for today. So we solved very good questions, that is JEE Mains 2025 questions pertaining to trigonometry. We started with this. So in this question we have converted into sin and cos, cot, and then we use the cos A cos B minus sin A sin B will give us cos of A plus B. By putting that, you are using complementary angle formula, we will get it as 1. Here next thing what we did, so we modified this and we got it as sin x is equal to cos square x. So wherever cos power is there, that will get half, and by simplification here we will get it as 2 sin cube x is equal to this one. This is nothing but equal to sin x plus 1 whole cube. Everything I put it under cube. This I will get it as 2 times sin square x plus sin x. Sin x I can put it as cos square x. So this will give us sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So this will be equal, this will give us 2. So option C is the right answer here. Next thing what we did, so this is the concept of trigonometry and sequence and series. So here the numerator I wrote it in terms of denominator, okay, in terms of sin. When I write it, I will get extra thing, I will get it as sin pi by 6, but I want only 1 as the numerator. So if I want 1, I have to divide by sin pi by 6, that is what I did. So whatever is inside, this one I took it as x, this is I took it as y. Sin of a minus b, I took the put the formula, then on simplifying and separating and divide, I will get it as cot y minus cot x, then I will put the values back again, then I will use this VN method. So smaller for smaller, bigger for bigger. So I will get it as what, 1 minus cot of 29 pi by 12. 29 pi by 12 on simplification I will get it as 2 pi plus 5 by 12. 2 pi plus 5 by 12 will come back to first quadrant. First quadrant cot is positive and everything is positive. So cot by 5 pi by 12 is cot 75. Cot 75 is 2 minus root 3, and putting the values I will get it as, on comparing I will get the value of a and b as minus 2. A square plus b square will give us 8. Next thing. So this is based on inverse trigonometry. On simplifying that cot inverse of x, I will get it as tan inverse of alpha minus tan inverse of beta. Similarly, I get here as, similarly I wrote it, I get it here, I will get it here as tan inverse of beta minus tan inverse of gamma. But here in the denominator, this is negative value. Gamma minus alpha will be less than 1. So I should put pi plus tan inverse of gamma minus tan inverse of alpha. Then I have to add everything, because there everywhere there is plus sign. We have to add everything. So everything will get cancelled. I will get only pi as the answer. This is how we solve this question. So next question, how we solve? See here, this one very simple. We use this identity and we put the value. Then we put a plus b whole square identity and we will get the value of alpha and beta. Then we have to find alpha square plus beta. We will get it as 14. Next thing, this is fairly simple. Pythagorean triplets I used, and then I wrote it in terms of tan. So this I will get it as tan inverse of 56 by 33. This is tan inverse of 33 by 56. So this I can use reciprocal relation. Tan inverse of x is equal to cot inverse of 1 by x. So I got it as cot inverse plus tan inverse, that is equal to pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 will be equal to 0. Next thing. So this is fairly simple. 12 by 13 I took it as cos theta, then definitely 5 by 13 will become sin theta. So this will become what? Cos theta cos x plus sin theta sin x, that is cos of x minus cos theta. Okay, cos of x minus, actually this should be cos of x minus theta, this should be theta. Cos of x minus theta. Okay, this will become what? X minus theta. This will be nothing but equal to x minus 12 by 13. This should be actually cos of, this should be actually, see here, this should be actually x minus theta, means cos inverse of 12 by 13 it should be. But I want it in terms of tan inverse, because option is given in terms of tan inverse. If cos inverse is 12 by 13, then tan theta is 5 by 12. So theta is tan inverse of 5 by 12. So cos inverse of 12 by 13, then tan inverse of 5 by 12, we will get it. So x minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. So we have solved 7 questions, quality questions from JEE Mains 2025 January session. So in the tomorrow's class, we will continue with this session. We will be solving the remaining questions that are there pertaining to JEE Mains 2025 January session trigonometry questions. Okay, all right. I will wind up now. Thank you. Okay, those who are consistently watching for the 7th day also, very good. Please continue this. Okay, those who are starting today, nothing to lose out. Please watch the previous classes. From today onwards, please be consistent. Consistency is more important than intensity. This is what I keep telling again and again. All right, friends. I will wind up now. Thank you. Take care. Have a great day. Ankur, hi. Ankur, please be consistent to the class. The classes which you have missed, you can watch it. And today's session, you please watch it and go through it. If you have any doubt, you can put it in the comment section, or you can contact on the number that is given. Okay, all right. I will wind up now. Thank you. Ankur, let's meet in tomorrow session. Please be there at 6:15 am. Thank you.